Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. Last class I have given you some problems to be solved. If you have solved the problem, it's fine. If not, then let's solve the problem because I always believe solving the problem will help you to understand the language better and you will be able to grow in the programming better. Okay, that's what I'm planning to do this today. Let's see here. Now I'm going to show the first problem. If you have not done it, just read it, okay, and see what I've done this. So convert the given miles to yards, feet, and inches. Okay. Uh, the test cases I've given below. Okay. We have given this are the problem is given to you. Okay. So let's go back. Let's go back. Now, if you remember that I asked you to break down the problems into three steps. Okay. See, we said the last class program is a set of statements to solve a problem. Right? A set of statements to solve a problem. In the set of statement, there will be three steps will be there. One is an input. First is an input. The second is a process, and third is a output. This is what we said. Okay, input, process, and output. Okay, these are so whenever you write a problem, when you write a solution to a problem, first you break down into three steps. Then you let's get into a programming part. Okay. So what was our problem was? Our problem was we have been given miles. We have to convert into feet, inches, and yards. Okay, feet into inches and what yards you need to convert here. Okay. Now, so therefore, what is a simple thing? My question to you: what is the input is going to be? Input is going to be miles. Okay. Now, what I need to do? What is the output I want? The output I want in what yards and feet and inches. Okay, these are three. These are the three output I needed. Okay. Therefore, my process should help me to get these three output here. Now, if I've been given miles, how to convert into yards, how to convert into feet, how to convert into what? Inches. Okay. So, I do not know. So, therefore, what I'm going to do, I'm going to Google it right now. I'm going to Google it right now. Okay. So, now I'm going to search for this how to convert miles uh, into what? Into yards. Okay. So let's say first is I'll convert into yards. So it says 1 mile is 1760 yards. Okay. 1 mile is 1760 yards it is. Okay. Therefore now what I need to do, okay, then what about okay. So now I have already have in yards. Okay. So let's see in this case from yards how to convert into what? Feet. Okay. Let's say in this case is how to convert yards into feet here. Okay, yards into what? Feet. So it says 1 yard is 3 foot. Okay, now 1 yard is what? 3 foot. Okay, remember that. Now the next is here in this case is I have a feet in my hand, but now I can convert into what? Inches. So 1 inch is 1 foot is 12 inches. 1 foot is what? 12 inches here. Okay, so this is what I have. So 1760, 1 mile is 1760 yards. 1 yard is what? 3 foot. 1 foot is what? 12 inches. Okay, so let's go and we'll convert into a program here. So it says like this. Okay, so now what is the process here is what? I have been given miles. Now process is what I need to convert. What is a yard? 1 yard I need to get the yard, but I have in miles, okay? So it was saying 1 mile is 1760 yards. Therefore, what I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply miles by 1760. Some people raise a question to me, should I have to multiply or should I have to divide? See, it says, if I have been given 1 mile, I need what? 1760 yards. That means if this is 1 into 1760 will become what? 1760 yards. Okay. Now, I have already have a yard in my hand. I don't use a miles. Okay. Therefore, what I'm going to do in order to generate the foot is equal to, I'm going to say here in this case is, we said 1 yard is what? 3 foot. Therefore, whatever the yards I have, I multiply by what? 3. Then if I have a foot in my hand, I can get inches. Inches is equal to 1 foot is 12 inches. Therefore, I'm going to multiply by 12. So this is my input, this is my process, and this is my output here in this case. Okay, so let's go and convert into a code. Okay, I'm going to convert into a code. So now I want to convert into this. So what is my input is what? I have a miles. See, I'm going to say miles. See, I'm not using a, if you remember yesterday we talked about float, double, all this. Now I'm not using a float here. Why? Because I saw none of them have a fraction here in this case. Okay, that's the reason I'm using what? An integer here, integer miles. The miles need to be converted into yard and what? Foot and what? Inches. Okay. So let's say in this cases, if I have a, therefore my input is going to be, I'm going to take an input. The input is going to be, how to take an input we saw yesterday using a scanf I can take. I put a message for the reader to the user to understand. Enter the distance in what? In miles. So where I'm going to store it, I'm going to scanf percentage D. Why percentage D? Last class we spoke about this, the format specifiers. Okay, so and I put miles. I did tell you that I will give you the reason for it later. I'm going to give. Now, what I want to convert, I want to convert into yard. Yard is equal to what we said was in our this one 1760 miles into 1760. What is the foot is what? Foot is equal to yard into 3. Next is what we have? Inches. From inches is equal to, I can say here in this case, foot into what? You might tend to think, why don't I use everywhere to, how I use a miles to get the yard, same way, why don't you use a miles to get the foot? So it is, you have already have a one solution. You always try to derive a solution from the previous steps. Okay. So that you can avoid unnecessary calculations here. Okay. Therefore, I put it right now. Now, what is my output is going to be printf. The printf's output is going to be my, this is one as a yard is equal to, I need to print the yard value. Therefore, I put percentage D and I'm going to put here in this case yard. Okay. I'm also going to teach something else in this class. Okay, printf. Okay, then I have a foot is equal to percentage D. Okay, I'm also going to write here right now in this case is inches is equal to percentage D. In the first percentage D, I need to print the value of foot. In the second percentage D, I need to print the value of the inches. But then what is happening? Let us see here what is the output is going to come. Then from this mistake we learn something better. Okay, so I run the code. Yeah, so I enter the miles. I enter the miles is what right now in this case 1 mile. So the output is Yard is 1760, foot is 5280, and inches is 63360. But even though I wrote yard and foot in two different lines, but it's coming on the same line. Okay. If you want to go to the next line, which key you press in your keyboard is enter. If you want to get the Y in your output screen, what do you press? Y. But if you want to press in the output screen, if you want the next line, you press enter, right? Same way, if you want to go to the next line, what is a character? Character for enter is slash n. Same way here after the year also, I can put what a slash n so that it goes to the next line. I go to the next line. I'm going to run the code. Yes, I put one. I got the output. All different. Oh, why there is a space has been coming before the inches? Okay, because I left a space. Space is considered as a character. Everything is a character here. I put a character here. Okay, now again I go back and I put it right now. One, I got the output here. Okay, I hope you're doing. You understood this. You can revise it and make mistake. The same code. If you have not typed it, same code you type it and see. Make mistake and see what are the mistakes you'll generally will make. You'll tend to put. You'll forget the semicolon. Last class I showed you what happens if you put a semicolon. It gives you an error here. Okay, go and put a semicolon. Read the error carefully. It's saying expected semicolon before scanf. This is a scanf, and before that it needs expected here. You might tend to forget the double quote. If you put a double quote, go and see here what the error is coming. It's coming, the error is what? The it is missing terminating character. This is missing terminating. So termination is needed. So double quote should end here. Okay. You might tend to forget the and sign. What would happen if you run the and sign? It will run the code. Okay. See here. And it's asking for the miles. I put one, but it is giving what? It is giving some distance in miles, nothing. It's giving some no output also is giving. The reason for this is because you it when you scan, you need to provide the addresses for address of the variable, then you put an and sign which is needed. Okay, so these are the thing. Logically, sometimes people always raise a question to me, sir, should I have to divide or multiply? It should be multiplied because 1760 yards makes 1 mile. That means if I have 1 mile is given, I need to multiply by what? 1760. Remember that. Yeah. Okay. Go. Let's go to the next problem. Let's go to the next problem. Okay. The next problem is this. Mary goes to the shopkeeper to buy an ice cream. Input the cost of the product and amount she pays to the shopkeeper. Okay. And find how much money the shopkeeper has to return. Mary goes to the shopkeeper to buy an ice cream. Input the cost of the product and amount she pays to the shopkeeper and find how much money the shopkeeper has to what? Return. So the sample input is given. If the input is 50 and the cost of the product is 32.8, I should get the output what? 17.2. This is what I should get. Okay, let's solve the problem. So now we are going to see here what is the first step is what? What is the input? What is the process? What is the output? What was the input? She goes to the shopkeeper and buys an ice cream. She gives two things. One is the money. Other one is she also knows the value of the product. Therefore, the input is two. One is the what is the money she gives to the shopkeeper, and what is the value of the product. What I should do? What is the output I need? How much money the shopkeeper needs to return. Then what I should do? What is the process is here? If this is given and this is the value of the product, so I need to get what is the money. So what is the return value is how much money the shopkeeper has to return is whatever the money she paid. needs to be subtracted from the value of the product, the result will be the money that needs to be returned. Okay, so let's go and solve the problem. So now I'm going to have, this is the last problem. So I'm going to remove the last problem. See, you all create a folder and start storing the program in the folder. Okay, so do not keep on erasing in this. Okay, this is, I'm using an online compiler. I would advise you all to use compiler of your own, either download VS Code or something you can download and use this compilers. And keep the program because it's always helpful for you all to revise it. So now next is, what was the input was we gave? Two input we gave. One is the money, okay, which she gives to the shopkeeper, and one is the value of the product. What is the output we want? The result. Okay. If we notice that the value of the product can be in fraction, therefore my result also can be in what? Fraction. Therefore I'm changing it to what? Float here. I'm not writing an integer. What is the input? Printer. I'm going to say enter money scanner. What I should put? Percentage F. Okay, because it's a float. What and what? Money. Next. Printer. Enter. Enter what? Enter the value of the ice cream or cost of the ice cream. Cost of the ice cream. What I should do? Scanner. I should put percentage F, comma. I need to put what? And the value. What I need to calculate? The return. Return, you can't use the word return, therefore I use the word result. Why? Return is a keyword which cannot be used. Okay. Result is equal to money, whatever I've given, minus what the value, sorry, the minus value, and I'm going to, this is my process, for enter, I'm going to put the result, return value, into percentage F, comma, I put what in this case, what? So I'm going to run the code, enter the money, which is a gift, 50. What is the value of the ice cream? Is 12.8. And the return is 37.200001 is coming. Okay, why is one is coming? Study. Okay, you will come to know when it teach the data types and how they are stored. You will come to know why this one came into existence. Okay, yeah. So let's go to the next problem. Input the required parameters to calculate the surface area of a sphere. Input the required parameters to calculate the surface area of a sphere. The process is given to you, okay? So again, we break down into three steps. What is the input? What is the process? What is the output? What is the input here in this case is the required parameters to calculate the area. What is required for you? In this, I require 4 is a constant, 3.14 is a constant. What is required for me? Radius, only radius. Once you take radius, it can be used twice. Yeah. What is the process I need to do? This is a process. What is the output? I need the area, okay? Surface area. Let's go and I'm going to solve this problem. I'm not writing the steps I'm going to do. I'm going to directly write what the problem I'm going to write here. Okay. So let's go. Okay. So I'm going to clear this and I'm going to say what is the input we talked about the radius. The radius I need to talk about. Radius will be always in a fraction. Therefore, I put float radius. I can write r. I can write radius. Okay. What I need to find the area, surface area. Give a name S area, surface area. Printer input. I'm going to take the input. Enter the radius. Scanf percentage f comma and what is that S area equal to what I should write what in this case 4 into 3.14 into R to R. This is a multiplication sign. Remember that multiplication is referred here. What is the output here? Printf surface area equal to percentage f comma what S area. Run the code. I enter the radius is let's say 2 and I got the answer is 50. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Guys, it's a lot of effort we are taking. So kindly subscribe so that we are. I'm going to teach a lot of subjects in this. Okay, and we are going to constantly improve our video qualities. And kindly subscribe and like the channels, and you can refer your friends. It's completely free of cost for you because I wanted to give my value to the society.